Thank you for watching our beauty channel. I have lots of fun filming these episodes for you, so I hope you like them too and find them useful and helpful. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a do-it-yourself at-home professional manicure. So these are the professional steps, so I can show you how to do it super easily at home. I'm going to show you all the equipment you need first though, okay? So if you don't have some of them, you can skip that step and then see what happens. Your manicure still might be fine, just because some people's hands need more work than others. If your hands don't need that step, then you can save yourself some time. So I have here a orange wood stick, also known as a cuticle stick. This is cuticle nippers. So with the implements that are stainless steel, you do want to get a better quality one as well, okay? Just so they last you longer. This one is a cuticle pusher. It has two sides to it. A lot of them look different, but any kind is really okay because you'll just have to play with it and see which ones you get used to. This one is a nail clipper. I've chosen a larger one. There's the small ones as well. This one is an emery board or nail file, and this one is just a Shelly Hansen one I have from before. And then this one is a diamond nail file stick. So there's the emery boards, and then there's the diamond powdered ones. These ones last a little bit longer, so I just want to show you a little bit of the difference between the two. You can get very similar results though. Just this one, you can actually get right into the cuticles as well. You need a little bit of buffing, and this one is just more for filing down the nails. Then I have a bowl, and this, I don't have a large size here since I bought it in like the super jumbo size. This one is a hand and nail softening, brightening liquid that is made from Creative Nail Design from CND. I love it. It's super hydrating and it's for your nail soak. Again, from CND, we have the Cuticle Away Cuticle Remover. There's a lot of cuticle removers out there. I find this one is just really simple and clean to use, and it's water-based, so it's not as greasy. I just have a bottle of alcohol here as well, just in case I need. And then, of course, I have my base coat, my top coat, and my nail polish color. So the nail polish color, you can use any color you like. I'm going to choose this nude color today. The CND Vinyl Lux Top Coat is one of my favorites at the moment. Well, actually, it is my favorite at the moment, just because even though you don't do Vinyl Lux polish underneath, this will help your nail polish dry so much quicker. It's amazing, and it gives you a super high gloss shine and longer lasting finish. With my job, with doing makeup and aesthetics all day, my manicures only really lasted one day, so it's like, oh, I don't really have time to do so much work for one day's manicure, so this helped a lot. So for people that use your hands a lot, the same goes with hairdressers, or you wash dishes a lot even at home, like a house mom or something, this will keep your manicure lasting for days. And then this one is the Natural Nail Base Coat from OPI, super basic. OPI products are just all around great. That's all you need. I have a dark towel here, so that way the camera can pick up what I'm doing more easily. I have some paper towels, I have hand cream. This is a scrub I made earlier in another episode. I hope you'll watch that one as well. This one's great for the face and for your hands and body. So that would be great in your manicure as well to incorporate in. First steps first is that we're going to put a few drops of the nail soak in a bowl. Just a few drops, you don't need very much, and some warm water. And the reason why we want to soak our nails first is so that we can soften them. Let's say if you don't have time to soften your nails like this, I mean, although it only takes about 2 minutes, you can actually just come right out of the shower and start doing your nails, right? Because then in the shower water, it would have warmed up your cuticles and also softened up your skin and softened up your nails. However, if you do add the nail soak in, you'll notice your nails will be brighter and your cuticles will be less dry. So that way, when you do the rest of your steps thereafter, it will work a lot more quickly and easily for you. It'll be simpler steps. You won't have to work as hard, I should say, to get the results you want. and you can feel the moisturizing and nourishing abilities of the nail soak. Actually, even as you're soaking in, you feel your skin automatically get softer and smoother, and you can just feel that, you know, when you do your cuticle removal, it will come off much better. Okay, so that's done. If I wasn't filming this, I would probably soak another extra minute, but that's okay. We want to dry our hands, pat them dry a little bit, and put the cuticle remover on. So the cuticle remover, just, you know, as a personal tip, just from doing it on, you know, so many clients and myself, I find with the cuticle remover, do it on the hand that is the rougher hand. Most people's hands, if they're right-handed, the right hand is rougher, and the left hand is rougher if they're left-handed. So I'm right-handed. I'm just going to put it around my cuticles on my right hand first. So I'm going to put a relatively general amount just around my cuticles. So that way, when you're doing the rougher hand first, by the time you get to the second hand, so you can get, you'll have a little bit more time from the rougher hand to soak on there to soften up the cuticles more. Because on your softer hand, you actually won't need to soak it as long. So that's what it looks like. This one's clear. Sometimes they look like they're a little bit cream colored or something, but this one's totally clear. So this one was originally actually made for shellac manicures, and I just love this one so much. I use it for regular manicures. So that's what it looks like at the moment. That's what it looks like when you have them soaking on. So, you know, this takes about maybe a minute or two. It's good to soak it for about a minute or two. And then you do your left hand. You want to be able to make sure you've coated your cuticles and also your nails a little bit with this. So now that my nails are softened, and this is softening, and we need a couple minutes, I'm just going to cut my nails down. If your nails are of the length you want already, you don't need to cut it down, but today I think I want to go a little bit shorter, so I'm going to cut my nails down. So for cutting your nails, that's just cut it down to whatever length you want, right? Pretty simple. So right now when your nails are softer, they will cut more easily, and you won't get as harsh edges. And some people actually have super hard, strong nails that we're all jealous of. Those people would find it probably harder to cut their nails, so this would actually, the nail soak would help them a lot. And it works the same for toes. So if you're doing a pedicure, this would be the same steps you do for a pedicure. Pedicure, you'll also need the foot file. That is just the only main difference, I find. So now that we got it to the length we want, we can start pushing our cuticles back. For the cuticle pusher, well, these are all stainless steel. You want to make sure they're sanitized before you use them as well. For this one, sometimes I like using this end, sometimes I like using this end. It really depends. This end is a little bit stronger than this end, so if you find your cuticles are being a little bit more resistant, use this end. So I guess for my right hand, I'll see if this side works better. And then, well, I'll demonstrate on this just because I'm right-handed. When you want to push your cuticles, you want to push them gently. So never harsh, you never want to jab at it, right? If you jab at it, you'll hurt yourself and you don't want to cause any bleeding. So you just want to push your cuticles back. If there's any dead skin, you know, around the nail bed or close to the cuticle line, or there's, you know, little hangnails, it'll help get them in order. So that way when you do your nail polish, you get a really nice, clean line. And then you do it on all your fingers. doing it at home, you can actually be super careful. You can hold it up like this while you're doing it, right? I'm doing it like this so the camera can see, but at home you want to do it more carefully than I'm doing it now. Just make sure that way it ensures that you can see properly and get whatever you really need off. So the leftover skin, just wipe it away. So now that we've pushed back our cuticles and make sure our dead skin is off, I'm going to take the cuticle nippers, and whatever you see that's left over, you can just clip it away. So there's a couple of different thoughts on cuticle nippers. Some estheticians really like to clip your cuticles off, and some just clip the excess away. So my view on it is, if you clip the excess away, your hands will need less maintenance. Because sometimes if you actually cut your cuticles off, what happens is once they get dried out, so by 2 days later, you will notice it'll start fraying and you're going to get all the hangnails, which you don't want to get. So then that becomes a little bit painful and then it's not so attractive. However, I guess if you're super skilled at it, you can try it, but I find the results just don't last long, right? So 2 days later, it looks like a mess. So just clip whatever you need is away, and then just apply cuticle oil daily. If you don't have cuticle oil, it's okay. You can use olive oil as well, right? The oil you cook with, you can do olive oil, coconut oil, whatever kinds of oils you have at home. And you can just put it on your cuticles before you go to bed every night, and it helps to keep them nice and smooth. So I'm gonna just clip away the excess now. It's just whatever you see is left over. That's like the leftovers from your pushing, from your cuticle pushing. So again, I'm doing it like this, just to demonstrate on the camera. You don't do it like this at home, you do it like this, so that you can see properly, right? And yeah, try not to clip your cuticles if you don't need to. If you see any little hangnails, you can clip it with these as well. These are super accurate. You just hold and push, right? Super, super accurate. And that way you get a nice, clean cuticle line. With no dead skin, and you're ready for the next step. Okay, so now that we're done clipping away any excess skin from the cuticles, I have seen lots of people that actually don't need to do that step that much and can just push it back and they're done. Usually the people that need more work on their cuticles are people that work on with their hands a lot. So now you're just gonna rinse this off. You can rinse it off at your sink, or you can take a little towel like me and just rinse off the excess cuticle remover gel. And now we're gonna do some filing. So you can shape your nails however you want. You can do a square shape or an oval shape or a squoval shape as they call it. Whatever you feel like is fine. Yeah, for any nail colors as well. It doesn't matter what shape you have it. You just want to make sure all the gel is off, the cuticle remover gel. Because if you keep it on, it'll actually eat your skin away. Although this one's quite gentle, I don't really think that one does it, but some of them really eat your skin away, and then your skin turns all red and raw and a little bit painful, so you want to be careful of those. If it really says 3 minutes or 2 minutes, just really leave it on for 2 or 3 minutes. If you're not sure how your skin's tolerance are, some people have super coarse hands, like a lot of people that do construction or housework, and so, their manicures take a little bit longer just because they need that extra time to, for the products to eat away their cuticles and, work through everything. So now that that's done, we're gonna shape with our emery board or nail file. So sometimes they have a coarser side and sometimes they have a finer grit side. You always want to use a coarser side first, just to make sure you get to the length you want. So example, if you cut your nails but it's still a little bit off, this coarse side will actually work to help shape them however you want, and then you take the finer grit one to actually buff off any rough edges, so that way your nails are smooth and soft. And then you want to get around the edges a little bit, in case they're sharp. You don't want to get them caught on your clothes or anything. Just a little bit. The coarse ones actually take off a lot of the nail, so you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to hurt yourself either. And now the diamond one I have, this grit is a little bit softer, so I'm just gonna kind of buff out my nail with this as well. So at this point, some clients or people would like to use also a nail buffer. So it's like it looks like a little square or a rectangle. I'm not going to use that today just because I have this one. This one does the same thing. And then that one you would actually just buff around the edges, around the nails. So if you have any uneven skin texture, you can actually buff that away. So again, not everybody has uneven skin texture on their nails. Like I don't today, so I don't really need that step. But for those that do need it, you can use it as well. So this is how I'm using that as a buffer as well. Just around the cuticles a little bit. If it needs a little extra buffing, if there's some extra dead skin hanging out there, we can buff that away. Make sure we get the shape we want. Just double check. Great. So now that this is done, we can again just rinse off the nails a little bit. At this time, you can do your scrub. So earlier I did my scrub on my hands already, but so I don't have to do it again. But if you want, it's just about, I'm going to show you just a little bit on this hand. You can do it all over your hands. That way it gives your skin, keeps your skin nice and soft and supple, gets rid of all the dead skin. So that way when your manicure is done, your hands look marvelous. So with this one, the scrub that we made earlier, I'm just going to do it on my cuticles because right now we've done all the cuticle work. So you actually want to soften up your cuticles and add more nutrients and moisturizers back in. And that's what the scrub will do because the scrub that we just made has the honey in it and the coconut oil and the brown sugar. So it's also going to buff away any excess little bits of dead skin so you don't see anything lying around the nails. When you don't see anything not lying around the nails, then you'll know when you apply your polish, it's going to go on super smoothly and super nicely. And that's why sometimes polish doesn't go on well. Like if you didn't do the manicure first, you put on the nail polish, you'll notice a lot of times it'll look bumpy or it won't, no matter what you do, you can't get that straight line across your cuticles, and that's why. Okay, so now that everything's buffed away, super clean, you'll feel your hands will feel like a pound lighter as well. It's super refreshing. Sorry, I just have to go grab another paper towel for this next step. So now that we've done our scrub, and like I said, there's a little bit of oil on there, I just want to make sure I take some alcohol and just wipe away a little bit of any residues of the oil. So that way, when I do my nail polish, it will last. Because if you have a little bit of residue of oil on your nail bed, it won't last. Nail polish won't last because it can't grip to your nails properly. So alcohol is always a really good product to use for something like that. And then at the end, you can add the nail oil back on. Now that that's all clean, I'm going to start with my base coat. Base coat is super important just because everyone needs a base coat. You don't want to stain your nails. A lot of colors that are darker or brighter, they can stain your nails even if it's the best grade of nail polish. Even if it's chemical free, it's just because there's that color dye in there, right? So the base coat will protect you from that. Also, when you use your base coat, you will see that when you apply your polish, it will last longer and it will look brighter and nicer. So I always take the brush out, sweep off one side, take the other side and start from the middle. One stroke down the middle and then down the sides. One stroke down the middle and then down the sides. And then, yeah, one dip can actually last quite a few nails. So now I feel like I need to re-dip, and we can re-dip. Another little trick you can do is that when you've done this, just take whatever's left over on the brush and just brush it on the ends of your nails. That way it seals in your nail tips and your manicure again lasts longer. But just be careful you don't put any on your skin and it just stays on your nails. And then again, just get it a little bit on the tip. If you have longer nails, it will be easier to do but that's okay, it works with short nails too. Tighten it back up. I have an elastic band here, just sometimes if you spill it around the edges, this is a really easy way for you to help open your bottles back open. And then for colored stuff in your top coat, a really easy way to get the color to be even is just hold it upside down and roll it. You can shake it because a lot of these have beads in them to help the color mix better if it's been separated. But if you roll it, you won't get the bubbles. The other way, when you shake it, you get more bubbles. So when you apply it, when the bubbles are still there and haven't settled down, it's not going to look as great on your nails. And then top coats generally don't need any rolling, but I just like to do it just anyways, just in case, just to make sure, since that's our final step. So same with the color. What you're going to do is sweep off one side. Sometimes if I see there's too much product here, like I can see from the top here, it's going to drip down. And if I hold it long enough, it will, as you can see, drip. I just want to actually take off a little bit more. So that way it doesn't drip all over my nails. So I have a more controlled application. So again, down the middle and around this and across the two sides. So the first coat, well actually all your coats, you should do a light coat. It's better to build the coverage rather than trying to give yourself a nice thick coat the first time. Because if you put on too thick of a coat, what will happen is you'll get the bubbles that you don't want and it won't dry properly. So then you've wasted all your time and then you'll have to do it again. So do 2 thin coats. Some colors you might want a 3rd coat, and that's why the Vinyl Luxe top coat comes in so handy. So even at 3 coats, it will help you dry much more quickly than any other top coat I've ever found. And again, we do our little trick. We just put whatever's left over on the brush just on the edges. You have to seal in the color. So this you can just do once. So if you're doing a 2nd coat, you don't have to do this again. And the reason why I do this after the 1st coat and before the 2nd coat is because if you did it now and let's say you smudge the tip a little bit, it'll be fine. So you want to just wait about a minute or so. So you're going to do your other hand and then you're going to go back to your 2nd coat of color. You want to give it that extra little time of breathing space just so it dries a little bit and again prevents air bubbles from being trapped underneath. I'm not going to do my other hand right now just because I don't want to waste too much time. I don't want to spend so much time on this video in case anyone gets bored. So I'm going to just quickly do the other side. So again, a very light coat. I'm going to hope I don't get bubbles. We'll see. With something like that, I don't know if you can see here, I've touched my cuticles. So that's when the orange cuticle stick comes in, and you just want to, if you smudge it, you just remove it and do it again. You just wipe it off with some nail polish remover. So I think 2 coats is good for this color. I'm going to put my top coat on now. So with this CND Vinyl Luxe, it is a little bit thicker than an average top coat. So just make sure you have enough on your brush and not too little. You want to make sure it coats over your nails very well. And then seal in the tips again. Now I think after the base coat, I will put this in. So this one you don't have to be afraid if it's too thick, because this one is thicker. It won't bubble up. See what this way? All right. Double check if you need to use your orange cuticle stick to wipe anything else off. Now would be the time. You don't want to wait till it's dry to do it. You want to do it now, because when it's dry you can't actually wipe it back off. And then this takes about, I guess I would say about a minute or so to dry, but then it doesn't smudge already. So if you already like hit something really lightly, it actually won't smudge. It'll actually come back out. This is some olive oil. I'm just getting it ready on my finger. I'm going to use this as my cuticle oil today, and I'm just going to dab it over the cuticles. So then it completes your manicure. And this is something you can do every night just to keep your manicure fresh and alive. And then after that, you can put on your hand lotion, your body lotion too. For the hands, you want to use something a little bit thicker, just because hands are a little bit drier. And just moisturize, and you can give yourself a little hand massage, just like at the salon. And let's see, there you go. That's your do it yourself at home manicure. I think you can see from the closer up camera that I probably didn't do the best job, just because I couldn't see what I was doing because I was trying to show the camera, but I'm positive if all the steps are followed, you'll do an amazing job on yourself at home. So that's it, really simple. I'm just gonna do my other hand. I hope you liked this episode and found it informative and learned lots of little new tricks from here. And I look forward to seeing you at my next video. The subscribe button's below. Please click it if you liked it and share too. Thank you.